I got rid of Tanya, for now at least. Then I got pulled into Justin's dinner, which felt off. The next day, Scarface and his men threatened Pete's life. I used information to scare them off, learning many others want Pete dead. Pete tried to tell Justin a secret, but was stopped. At Justin's, Tina York blocked me, lying to Justin. Why is Pete targeted? What secret is he hiding? And how can I reach him past Tina? Justin blinked in surprise. Building management, he'd said. They did come every year, but always in the evening. A wave of restless irritability washed over him, and he stood abruptly, staring at the door with frosty displeasure. Chester, glued to his phone, asked, "Are you waiting for someone, Justin?" "No, I'm not," he replied automatically, his gaze fixed on the door. At the door, Tina smiled, a flicker of triumph in her eyes. She thinks she's won. She'd been afraid Justin had invited me. Now she was sure I was just some random interloper. Just then Pete ran out, his voice sharp. "Daddy, I heard that you refused to let Mommy in." Justin's eyes darkened. He strode to the door and yanked it open. There I stood. "I've been told it's not convenient for you to host female guests today, Mr. Hunt," I asked, my voice low and leisurely. He's flustered. A tremor ran through him. His frustration vanished. "It is indeed inconvenient to host other female guests," he replied, a smile appearing, "because we're expecting a special little female guest today." But her eyes were filled with anger. She pointed at Tina. "The lady said she's not letting us in." Justin frowned, looking at Tina. Tina was dumbfounded. She clenched her fists. "Mr. Hunt, I wasn't lying. You said it was inconvenient to host female guests." I misunderstood. "As for the building management staff." She looked at me, sighed, and said, "Mr. Hunt hates women showing up without his consent. I was afraid he'd get mad. So a white lie. He invited you. I hope you understand." Convincing. She was good. Too good. A long, manipulative speech sounding like the truth. I rolled my eyes. "Am I supposed to thank you then?" "No, it's fine," she smiled. "I made a mistake." Fortunately, there were no misunderstandings. Cherry and I entered the villa. Tina followed. Inside, I spotted the birthday card. "Is this the birthday card your son made for you?" Pete stared at Cherry's makeup, then at the card, then at Justin. Justin gave him a look. "Yes." Pete shrugged. I looked at the card, my heart swelling. Cherry and Pete played together for a bit. After dinner, Cherry gave Justin her present. Then I took her home. I didn't say anything to Justin about the attack. I was too scared. What if he took Pete and hid him? I wouldn't be able to find him. I just couldn't risk it. Pete finally picked up the birthday card, handed it to Justin, and commented disdainfully, "Daddy, your handwriting is ugly." Justin pursed his lips. He had deliberately imitated Pete's handwriting while making the card. He entered the study. Pete remained in the living room. Justin sat behind his desk, a frown creasing his brow. He was still irked by the near miss with Tina, and the strange, almost distant way Nora had been acting. Something was off. Suddenly his phone rang. He glanced at the screen. Unknown number. He hesitated, then answered. "Justin Hunt," he said, his voice clipped. "Mr. Hunt," a low, gravelly voice replied. "I have some information about your son." Justin's spine stiffened. "Who is this?" "That's not important," the voice continued, a hint of amusement in its tone. "What is important is that your son is in danger. Grave danger." "What are you talking about?" Justin demanded, his voice rising. "There are parties who wish him harm," the voice said, drawing out the words. "Very powerful parties. They have resources, connections, and they won't stop until they get what they want." Justin's heart pounded in his chest. "What do they want?" "They want him gone," the voice said bluntly, "and they're willing to pay a great deal to make it happen." A cold dread washed over Justin. He thought of Pete, his son, his only son. "Why are you telling me this?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. "Because," the voice replied, a hint of something unreadable in its tone. "I believe you deserve to know. And because I might be able to help." "Help?" Justin echoed, his mind reeling. "Yes," the voice said, "but it will come at a price. A price you might not be willing to pay." The line went dead. Justin stared at the phone, his hand trembling. Pete, he was in danger, real danger. He stood abruptly, his mind racing. He had to protect him. He had to find out who these people were, what they wanted. He looked out the window at the fading light. I need to find Nora. He needed to know what I knew, what I was hiding. He felt a deep, instinctive feeling that I knew much more than I was letting on. Something is very wrong. and he was determined to find out what it was. Who are they? Powerful enemies wanting him gone, and the caller, friend or foe? What's the price Justin must pay? Will he trust me? Will he see the danger in time? Pete's life is on the line. The clock's ticking.